Seeing as though James Wan had another film out recently, I thought it was only fair to review the first one, and especially seeing as though he has said that he's done with horror. It's a film which can be described as one of the most uniquely ideaed ghost films of all time. Well, I wouldn't really call it ghost, it's more demonic possession again. It's very similar to The Conjuring in the style that it's made, and it's Insidious. Now, if you've not seen Insidious, there's a few good jump scares in this, and it's intimidating at times, but the story, it's not very well explained, hence the reason there's Chapter 2. I believe at the start of Chapter 2 it explains the ending of the first one, or part of the first one, but I'm not sure on that because I've not seen it yet. What can I say about the first Insidious, though? Okay, so it's about a boy who ends up falling out through a roof, like through the door that goes between the building and the roof, and he ends up in a coma, but it's not a coma, and it's actually something much, much worse. His soul has gone to a different place, but his body's still there, leaving it empty, meaning that demons can take over it if they want to. But he believes he's dreaming and he's in a coma, and they believe he's in a coma for the majority of the film until... Okay, let's explain about the dad first, seeing as though, get that out of the way. A similar thing happened to him when he was a child. There was a... Ignore that was my phone. There was a woman, whenever they had a picture taken to him, a demonic possession woman, kept appearing closer and closer and closer and closer every single time he had the picture taken of him. And basically they had the same thing happen to him, and they had to get rid of that for him. Now, the woman who sorted him out also sorts out the child, and she's the one that recognises what's up with him, because the man doesn't remember what happened to him, and doesn't realise that it happened to him as well, if that makes sense. Some very weird moments in this, like the bit where she's wearing the gas mask trying to communicate with the boy who's in the other place, and the lights going off. I mean, you think that he's becomes possessed there, but it turns out that he's only, say, like a puppet, and he's just being controlled by the main demon in this film. Now, the main demon, who the boy describes as the man with fire on his face, is, well, he looks a little bit like Darth Maul, to be honest, so that's really not that frightening. Like I said, a couple of good jump scares in it, a very creepy film, very brilliant though, and I think I'd have to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I suppose there's going to be a lot of answered questions in the second one when I go and see it, so hopefully after I've seen that I might be able to explain a bit more.